Hello and welcome. I'm DragonDM, sometimes going by Andrew Veal, your guide and dungeon master to the weird and wonderful world that is Hardak. In today's session, you can look forward to seeing half of the title of this wonderful game that we play and the inspiration for the artwork you are currently looking at. You can enjoy the players trying to communicate with a creature of intelligence 2. While I would like to say this is the last time that the system of stamps and clicks are used, it is not. But it is an improvement over the last time when Robealak asked a creature to blink when it had no eyelids to confer information. Truths Uncharted, Episode 9, Cryptic Consultation. I hope you enjoy.
So, legal warning, you are all being recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you.
In the Court of the Fey Lords.
Today, we are jumping back in, having just ended an encounter with Robealak, killing a unconscious and somehow still resilient spider.
Yay. Damn it.
Your plan to continue to forge onwards in the hopes of finding yet more spiders, because dead spiders are good spiders, as far as most people are concerned.
I prefer, if we are wandering on, then I want to take some remnants of the spiders because they were a different burrowing type than we've seen before.
Yeah.
What would you like to take from them? Remember, they are quite large and heavy, so you will have to specify what you want to take.
I guess the bits that are most different to what, visually most different to what a normal spider is. So I think you mentioned the front legs were very pointy, so maybe one front leg.
Make a survival check for me, please.
Can I give advantage on this by doing the same thing?
Do you have proficiency in survival?
I've written down no. I do not.
All right, then roll survival yourself to see if you can aid the process or hinder it.
Survival intelligence.
Wisdom.
Or wisdom. Okay.
I worry there may be no point in this. So I've rolled a natural one.
16.
16. Stu, you have advantage on the check as Robealak's insights prove useful after you completely decimate one of the front legs in your attempt to pull it off. Robealak's like, maybe try a cutting weapon. As instead of yanking a leg off, you actually... So you may roll again.
Thanks very much. Oh, it's a 19 on the dice.
Wow. So plus your wisdom and proficiency if you have it in survival.
Wisdom 3. I do not have it. So that's
okay.
That's a 2. So 21.
Yeah. You successfully remove the front section of the front leg and the natural hardening that it displays. Good for piercing, good for tunneling. You can also, with that roll, take one other part of these spiders, despite some of them being mashed to pieces by your thunderous damage. What would you like to take?
I guess I'd consult the group. What looks interesting, guys, on these spiders?
The digging bits.
I've got the digging bits.
Good, well done.
Thanks, but do we have another one that we'd like?
They're quite big.
Yeah.
Maybe they've got special glands or something.
Oh, hang on, these ones weren't venomous. We had no poison damage. So maybe I'll
is
pick
that... I didn't get bitten.
You didn't get... Did we? I feel like...
No.
Yeah, I got bitten. I got 9 points of bitten.
Oh, that's a good observation, though.
So I guess I'll take the... what are they called? Pincer. Is it pincer where the venom comes out?
Chelicerae on spiders is what you call the jaw section.
Oh, great. Okay. I'll take the chili...
But Jesse might just rip the spider's jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you can take the chelicerae or the jaws as well as the actual front legs, where they have, definitely different to the other legs. And then you begin on your way. I was going to do a little warm-up thing, but I feel like you guys are now warm. So instead, Jesse, I imagine you are leading the group through your favourite terrain?
I am.
Then I would like you to make a survival check. This will determine the situation upon which you encounter the next event in your day.
I feel that it may not be well. I've rolled a 3, so that's a 5, everybody.
Oh.
Jesse, you do your best to make your way. You're attempting to track, remain hidden, and move as well. Well, excuse me, Jesse. As you're in your favorite terrain, I need you to make that check with advantage before I get into my description.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's a 17.
Okay, 17. And you're struggling. But then you remember you've often seen these spiders moving along trees and through branches, and so you raise your eyes a little. And following a trail that you can see etched into snow on branches rather than on the ground, you are able to track a particular group. In fact, with a 17, you are able to encounter, and this is your choice, give you some narrative control here, either two spiders that are unaware of you at the beginning of whatever you attempt to do, or a lone spider who becomes aware of you at the same time that you become aware of it.
Okay.
Because this is a group. It's a group of three that's slightly spread apart, and one of them seems to be more alert than the other two. And by your reckoning, given that they are about 500 yards apart, it might be possible to interact with one of these groups without alerting the other group, depending on speed and sound caused.
Yep. What do you think, everybody?
I think that if we can follow some of these spiders to wherever they're going, that might be useful.
No. Kill him. And when I've struck the final blow, I will take control of its mind, and it will lead us there. With me atop it.
If you're convinced.
I'm convinced. I have the magical orb of spider control.
Well, okay then.
Okay. So if we do come across some spiders, last time we did it, we had some. I don't know. We weren't sure about whether having shown a symbol of Zanassi and one of them running away was a good or a bad thing. Can you think of a better way of determining their inclination?
I think it was a bad thing.
You think it was a bad thing?
Yeah, it led us to a trap.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we don't want that to happen again.
No.
So what, you just want to kill one just straight off the bat?
No. The Nazu thing worked.
It did work or it didn't work?
Oh, we should be honest. It worked.
It worked. Okay.
Yes. If it was friends with the Zanasu, it would have stayed.
Yeah. So do you think we should try and hem any spiders in that we find, or before kind of saying that we're here, or not that we're here? Maybe could you do an illusion further away, just so the spider doesn't have the opportunity to run away?
We can get close, and then I can do the illusion.
Okay,
and if it runs, kill it.
Okay. Should we all put Zanassi symbols on our shield? Anyone who has a shield.
No.
That is correct.
Use the Nasu symbol on Jesse's chest.
Oh my chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You overlay, using showmanship, your cantrip, you overlay a symbol of Zanasu over the celestial runes on Jesse's chest. There you go.
Okay. Khestri, you happy to adventure on?
Which spiders are we going for?
We haven't currently seen any spiders, but if in the hypothetical circumstance that we come across,
I can see 3.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't seen that though yet, right? Narrative.
Yes, you have. You've identified a group of 3 separated by some 500 yards,
Okay,
but
cool.
2 of them seem to be occupied with something that you don't know, and one of them seems to be more alert of its surroundings. The choice is yours.
Is there drinking a cup of coffee? You can see it in one of his many little hands.
Exactly. In fact, it's got 8 cups of coffee, and it's currently just lying on its stomach so that it can drink all of them. That's how alert it is. It might even have the alert feat.
Yeah, what's the feeling, everybody? 1 or 2? I'm mildly inclined for 2, gotta say, but don't mind.
I'd go for 1.
Okay, I guess we're gonna lose our stealth anyway before we attack it. So yeah, should we
3 against 1 are odds that I'm more keen on.
Okay, cool. How should we approach this spider? Do you think we should approach from from the direction of the other two, so that it can't run past us towards the other two?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Clever.
Them
Clever.
off.
That's good, Jesse. Yeah.
Okay.
As you are sneaking forward, Khestri and Robealak, you remain unseen, but Jesse, the crunching footfalls through the snow, at some point you see the spider jolt in your direction. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
That's 12. No?
12, okay.
9.
9, and Khestri?
16.
16. The spider got a natural 1 on initiative, so each of you gets a round to see what you can do before the spider acts in any way, shape, or form. Khestri, you're up first. As you move forwards, your keen elf hearing picks up the slightly louder sound that Jesse's making, and even a millisecond before the spider starts moving, you leap into action. What do you do?
I will hit the spider twice. If it's in, well, if I can get within range of it.
Khestri, you dance the last bit of distance, thundering over the snow, and make your 2 attack rolls, please.
Okay, so these are straight rolls because it cancels out.
Yes, indeed. Your advantage for acting before it does cancels out with the sunlight currently providing you a disadvantage.
10.
Okay.
21. So the second one hits.
The first strike glances down from beneath the snow and flings snow up into the spider's many eyes, and whilst it is blinded, your second strike comes down from on top, slashing towards the face. Roll for damage. And Jesse.
See, I don't know what to do here. I just run up and I point at my chest and I say, "We're here to try and help Zanassi."
Okay. Do you want to do anything with your action as well? That's just movement and free action so far.
I guess maybe I'll kind of put my arm out to try and stop Khestri a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Not to really stop, just to look like I'm trying to stop.
Make a performance check for me, Khestri. What was your damage?
8.
8. Is that including your monstrosity +2?
Yes.
Excellent. Robealak, your turn.
Seeing what
16
Jesse
on.
do, I am going to stay invisible, and I will hold my action. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm still... Am I still hidden if I stealth well? Or do I need to hide again?
You currently feel that you haven't been noticed.
I'll stay unnoticed. I'll hold
Yep.
an action, Vicious Mockery, if it attacks or looks like it's about to attack.
Jesse, what did you get on your performance?
I got a 17. I can't count, sorry. 16.
In that case, as the spider rears around and attempts to attack Khestri, Robealak, your held action is triggered, so you can viciously mock, should you wish, or, to use your terminology, a vicious rebuttal.
Vicious Rebuttal. Okay.
You haven't read your new spell sheet, have you?
I looked at it, but I just assumed you'd just written things I sent you.
Oh no. Oh no, I did not.
No. Oh shit!
Yep, you have new names, and the actual effects of the spells have been changed for you, as well as all the components are up to date with the in-world requirements. So when you cast Minor Illusion, there's a 10% chance that your bit of fleece you rub together will wear out. Things like that.
Whoa.
But on the other side of things, Vicious Rebuttal, Showmanship, Bane of Laughter, Laughter's the best medicine, and things like that. Plus, they all have different effects. So Laughter's the best medicine is your healing word, and an allied creature within range that hears this and laughs at the joke gains 1 temporary hit point, as well as the normal effects and things like that.
Yeah.
But for now, viciously
Okay.
mock my dear friend, and Spider fails with a natural 2. Your rebuttal lands. 2d4 damage, please.
Woo. 5.
Thank you. And then it has disadvantage.
30. Oh, and bonus action high.
Attack. Okay, roll your stealth. It gets a natural 19 and a natural 6. So, Khestri, the vicious words that stream out from your goblinoid friend's mouth affect the spider, even though it can't understand them. and in that moment, an attack that looks guaranteed to hit ends up missing you. It is going to start making some clicking noises with its mouth. And then we'll take attacks opportunity from both of you and start to scurry towards a direction you know 2 more spiders to lie. So, Khestri and Jesse, if you wish to, you may make attacks opportunity.
What kind of clicking was it doing?
It is very difficult for you to tell as someone who does not speak spider.
That's very true.
Yes. It made
I
spider noises.
I reluctantly hit it with my sword.
Okay, what are your attacks, Khestri, Jesse?
I've got a 15.
Ooh, that hits.
Oh, okay. Happy days.
And Khestri?
Rolled a 20, and it takes 6 points of damage. I'm trying to deal non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 12 points of, and I'm again going for non-lethal damage.
Ooh.
And a sort of
Nice.
combined effort as the two of you strike it on either side, it seems to, if it's possible, fall unconscious as a spider. Maybe you rattled its brain somehow. But yes, successfully dealing non-lethal damage, it is brought down. And what's more, with a little glance, no movement, no apparent allies coming to its aid. You appear to have knocked it out in stealthy fashion. I was really hoping that Jesse was going to cast Booming Blade.
I managed to hold myself back. Didn't want to kill it.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you doing now?
I'm slightly
After-
annoyed. I turned to Khestri and Khestri. I thought we were going to try and see whether what their inclination is, rather than just straight out killing them.
Well, what I found with the last spider that was apparently belonging to Zanasu was that, something didn't let me hit it.
Oh, that's
So
okay. Cool.
right now, quite a quick way to tell is just, go ahead.
Right,
Well-
great, okay. I'd
Okay,
completely
well-
forgotten about that.
I suppose I should have told you what I was going to do
That makes a lot
beforehand.
of sense. Okay, thank you. Yeah, great. I guess we'll try and let you hit it first.
Such a
mean-
gentleman.
He's-
I'm not a man.
I know.
Yeah,
I think
Khestri,
this
you
is-
see that flash of orcish anger in Jesse as she turns to you and be like, that wasn't the plan. And then very quickly calms down and like, fair enough.
Right.
Good work. Well done.
I'm going to look out for other things coming along, and I say to Robealak, try not to kill this one, please.
Make a
I'll do
perception
my
check,
best.
Jesse.
Make a what?
Perception check as you keep watch.
Nice. That's a 8.
Okay, thank you. Robealak, are you doing the do?
Yep, I want to do the do.
So I need
Oh.
you to make a willpower check. That is a straight wisdom check.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Wow.
You didn't
rolled
need
really
it, but you got it.
I've got this.
time. The spider starts coming up a little bit, and then you have that same moment as you stare into the orb clasped in both your hands, the black, the purple. You swear that frozen bit of splashed purple almost moves for a second, and you can just see within it 8 black eyes of the spider opposite you reflected at yours. And then a moment later, the spider, very weakly, given its current state, gets up onto its legs and then just bends the front 4 down so that its head is now level with where you are sitting cross-legged on the ground.
Do I feel like I can talk to the spider? Do I feel like a connection with it?
You feel like you can command the spider, but to have a conversation or talk to the spider is a different affair.
You are mine. You
No,
belong to me.
no response, no movement, just continues to stare with its unblinking eyes at you.
I am your rider. You will let me ride you, and you will take me and my friends to your lair. You will do it quietly, without attracting attention from other spiders. And I want to try and, mount the spider.
With the spider's willing cooperation, it is fairly easy to do so. And you now find yourself sitting atop a large spider.
Jesse, Khestri, this is a goblin spider.
At last, we see it.
Jesse, whilst on watch, you got slightly distracted by the way that the sun was reflecting off the snow, and so you kind of turn around and look back and can see, indeed, Robealak riding a spider.
Very nice. You've done it at last.
Yes, I am in control of the spider. We can
Okay.
make it take us there.
Okay, can you remind me what the purpose of getting to his lair was?
No,
We are looking for this other drow. Well, I was looking for the other drow.
That's a good point. Are we also trying to? Is this part of our agreement to Sanasi as well,
killing the drow.
or just going? I guess finding some more stuff out. Okay, sorry.
I don't know. I don't. I think, Jesse. I also
Yeah.
question the morals of killing this drow, who, as I pointed out, could be Kestri's own mother.
Yeah.
Yep, could be just as likely as any other drow.
I don't understand who this is.
Why do you want to kill your mum? That's my objective.
I don't want to kill my mum, but
Okay.
if-
But if it is your mum, what would you do?
probably kill her.
See, that's weird.
Fairness, that is a bit weird, Khestri. I don't want to judge you, but
Is it
did you have a
normal?
bad relationship with your mother?
Yeah, not to be too personal.
No, I mean, I think our relationship is fine. It's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's like a coming of age ceremony.
What? No.
Like you kill your parents to show
No,
that
no,
you're your
no.
own person.
No, I meant our relationship is normal. It's fine.
I don't understand what normal is for you. Goblins don't normally want to kill their parents.
I don't have any.
30%, 20% chance.
Some of that's by accident.
Yes, some of it is very much. Ooh, I laid a trap that I didn't quite prime properly, and then snap. Whereas, as Khestri, you are far aware, the most likely cause of death for a mother is at the hands of her daughters. Slightly less
Wow.
common for the commoners, but still, so definitely nobles. And commoners can get away with a bit more, depends if their mother's holding a position that would be advantageous to be vacant. So often, I imagine the leading cause of death of female maternal drows would be their daughters.
Oh, guys, I could ask the spider. I could try and ask the spider if it's seen a drow recently.
If
Apart from
you can do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure.
Spider, this creature, and I point to Khestri. Have you seen another one like her before? If yes, Tap the ground.
Just taps the ground.
Good, good. Have you seen one recently?
If yeah, nice.
Good. You are doing well. The spider tells me he has seen your drow friend.
But can the spider take us back to where it was?
Spider, you must take us to this drow. Show us where you last saw.
I feel like it would be good to find out a bit more before, like find out a bit more about the drow before running in and saying hello. If the spider remembers her.
The spider says some things in clicks, pauses for a second, then slowly turns around so not as to jostle Robealak, and then starts walking through the forest.
Oh, Robealak, would you mind slowing her up?
Half speed, my steed.
Half speed is achieved.
What is half speed for a spider?
Well, at first it was moving at a casual pace, so now it's moving like 10 feet per round equivalent of movement.
Could you ask Robealak? Could you ask a bit about the drow? Like what the relationship between the spider and the drow is?
Please don't bother my men while they're working.
What do you mean?
My spider.
Yeah, but as in like, do you not want to find out about the drow before meeting them?
I want to meet them.
I really don't think.
But it's important we know why they're up here, right?
Yeah, definitely. But if we can find that out from the spider, it'd be a little less risky than finding it out from the drow. I feel like the drow might not be very, communicative.
I think we can make it communicative. But
Very well. I will
But
stop. Spider. Spider, halt.
It stops.
Robert, I feel uncomfortable with you telling the spider to do things without saying please or thank you.
I think you make a good point, but I don't think the spider deserves those courtesies or respect. I think it has waived its rights to them through its aggressive actions.
It did not do anything aggressive.
Well, I mean,
We've been far more aggressive than it has.
the drow the creature we are going to meet. Does she intend to kill elves? Tap once for yes. Tap twice for no. Tap three times. No.
It doesn't tap once, twice, or 3 times. Just the 2 front legs come up and move through the air a little bit, and it clicks.
I wish I could speak spider. That'd be really cool.
That would be very helpful at the moment, wouldn't it?
Does she need the spider's help to achieve her goals?
Again, the legs go a little bit more like frantically this time, but again, no taps.
I'm trying to remember. I think we
Yes,
found
Anna?
out that there's a male drow at some point.
You did indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I think the spider might be trying to tell you it's a he.
Ah, yes. Good point. The drow we seek is a male, not female. Thank you for pointing it out, Spider. Does he serve Zanasu? Or does he serve Lulth?
Again, the spider's little arms go, more clicks.
You must answer with a yes or a no. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like these are complex questions that it might not know the
Tap
answer
the
to.
ground once for yes and twice for no. 3 times for I don't know, or I need more than a tapping system to respond in an adequate fashion. Very good, Spider, very good. I'm very proud of you. Well, Jesse, I think we've exhausted this avenue of investigation.
I think we've not put that much effort in yet.
Woo. So what are you guys doing?
I keep glancing out for spiders, like, again, remembering to look up in the trees.
Okay, Jesse, roll a perception check.
That's a dirty 20. Oh, no, it's not. It's a dirty 22.
No spiders are in the trees or on the ground, but something far larger soars through the skies.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, is it the dragon again?
Having all forgotten the one heeding you were given
Oh, shit.
by Eka, you now, for the first time, bear witness to the icy, cold presence of the ancient white dragon that calls this place home. It is still high and far away, but it soars and it looks about. What do you do?
I say, look, there's the dragon. Hide behind a tree. Everybody. Or preferably just hide somewhere.
Steed, do you know of any hiding places near here? Come with us then. Hide with us.
I will go and try and hide somewhere under some leaves or something.
Okay. Khestri.
I will remember seeing Robealak trying to hide in snowdrifts, and I will look around for a snowdrift that might be deep enough to hide under.
It'll be difficult, but if you press yourself against a tree and cover yourself in snow, might be the best hope you have, because you're currently fairly exposed here. There's no foliage on these trees.
Mhm.
Snow sits about you. You stick out in your garbs as they are.
Are we far from the like trap door that we saw with the other spiders?
Most certainly, yes.
Okay. I will try and do the hide against the tree in a snowdrift.
Okay.
And
Everybody.
I will try fairly, like, gently while doing it. I don't want to attract the dragon.
Can I also, to help my spider, can I cast minor illusion of like backgrounds, like minor illusion of what the world looks like, and put that in front of the spider so it's like partially hidden?
So you want to make a 5 foot by 5 foot sheet of whitish looking material and have that hover above the spider.
I'll tell it to like hunker down and like curl up, and I'll cast the illusion over it like a blanket to hide it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have then everybody make a stealth check, please. As with that, it is possible.
14.
Dirty 20.
Jesse?
I got a 9.
A 9.
Not good.
So you all hunker down and can't help but stare up at the skies as this giant form high up, just cresting below the cloud cover, which gives it pretty excellent camouflage itself. So Jesse, you, with good eyes, managing to spot it as it just sweeps in carefree arcs, and then it begins to dive.
Towards us.
Hard to tell at the beginning of its dive. Comes closer. Make an intelligence check. Robealak and Khestri.
Ooh, 8.
Oh, 4.
4 and 8. Impossible to tell what its target might be. It is in your vicinity, though.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Do I know that I'm pretty badly hidden?
Nope. You think you've done a pretty good job of hiding yourself.
Okay. Well, I can't see the others from where I am, so I assume that I'm pretty well. We'll probably be okay.
Okay.
I ask my spider,
Does it hunt you, the dragon?
There's no audibleness to these taps, but it taps twice.
okay.
And then there's a roar. and a massive wave of frozen ice shards explodes along the ground, maybe 500 yards away from you now. Trees get rendered apart, exploding in little ice shards. You can feel the ground quake as the creature arcs down over and curves around and flies, continuing its hunt.
I've been holding my breath for like about a minute, so like gently start breathing again, but in a stressed way.
You all have probably been holding your breath. Even those of you who have read about dragons, even those of you like Robealak who might have been deeply interested in them because of their incredible magical capacity, were not able to prepare yourself for what a creature of that magnitude and power looks like. Even at half kilometer away from you, it is mind-boggling. And all of you take a moment to pause.
Wow.
That was impressive and terrifying.
Yeah. They're incredible.
What do you think he was doing?
Spider, have you seen it before?
Single tap.
I've seen it before. Do you think it was hunting?
Single tap.
Spider knows all.
Do you think it was hunting things much bigger than us?
Don't ask questions.
Sorry, I was asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I appreciate your question. Large creatures. Spider.
No taps are given.
I think he doesn't know. But he said he doesn't hunt spiders. Spider. Have you heard of Zanasu?
Single tap.
Have you heard of Lolth?
Single tap.
Are you aligned with one of them?
Double tap.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh. You're a free spider.
Double tap.
No, you're aligned to someone else.
Single tap.
Is it the Drow? Oh no, damn it. I'm sorry.
Robealak, I think the spider is trying to tell you that it's following you right now.
Oh, yeah, damn it.
No way. Are you aligned to me?
Single tap.
Ah, good.
Oh.
Your loyalty is... You see through my tricks, your loyalty will be rewarded. All previous infidelities are forgiven. But prior to your conversion to the light and the way, did you follow one of those two?
Single tap.
We got him. Did you follow Lolth?
Single tap.
Thank you. Pretty cool, guys, huh? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Can you show us the symbol of Lolth?
3 taps.
Okay, that's good on. Hey, Jesse.
Yep.
You got any berries left?
No, they've all. I think they've gone bad in the.
Oh,
Um,
shame.
as in, what's the worry?
I wanted to give the spider one for its cooperation.
That's a good point. I mean, I can do it if we think. I can do it once per long rest, and I think the spiders go off within 24 hours. Not the spiders, the berries.
I guess Khestri could do with one too.
You feeling a bit rough, Khestri?
Uh,
I guess none of us have eaten.
yeah, just a bit, sore from the last lot.
The
Not
last lot of
terrible.
berries.
Not
Spider. Sorry.
When she got beaten up this morning, I think.
Yep. No, I'm feeling a bit rough from that as well. Right.
I think yeah,
That's what you call beating up then.
you definitely won the fight. For sure. But I think the spider left their
okay,
marks.
I cast Goodberry.
Okay. You rummage through your bags and pull out your last sprig of spring mistletoe. And you crush it in your hand, open up your palm, and 10 berries sit in your hand. The mistletoe is consumed in the casting of the spell.
I hand the berries round.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
That's right. I give my berry to the spotlight that's going to the spider. I give it to Robealak for him to deal with. Oh, damn it.
1, 2. So there are 10 berries in total. So each of you can have 1, and you will still have 6 in a little pouch at your side, Jesse. Each of you regains 1 hit point as the revitalizing juices touch your lips, and you are fed for a day and watered for a day. Robealak, I hear that you keep your berry for yourself.
I do.
Rather than using it.
I'm going to give one to the spider and keep the other one.
Okay. So, Robealak, you also currently hold a good berry in your possession.
Yeah.
How long you can resist eating food, we will see.
It's not gone off yet, so I don't want it.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen your new spell lists, then you haven't seen my personal favorite, which is grease, because the component for grease is a bit of pork rind or butter,
Yes.
and it is not consumed in the casting of a spell. But on your sheet, it just has it in brackets, often consumed.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Wunderbar.
What does
So
grease do?
creates an area on the ground that is a 10-foot square, and any creature that starts its turn there or moves onto its turn for the first time has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Oh.
Yeah. On its own, a nice little bit of crowd control with some creative casting can be very effective, actually.
Better get some creative casting on.
That's where spells really shine in D&D, is with creative casting.
Yep.
So, you have travelled a long way. Khestri, slightly to your relief, but hearing the warnings of Torlek, perhaps less relief for everyone else, the sun is beginning to abate, seeing as you're in a valley that's slightly earlier than it would normally be, but darkness is beginning to fall. And whilst Khestri might be more useful, it is a time of dark creatures. What do you do?
I guess we should look at finding somewhere slightly less unsafe. With it becoming nighttime, guys.
Yes. I suppose so.
Sorry, Khestri.
It's okay. I suppose that, hopefully many creatures will not hunt in the same place that a dragon is hunting.
That's a good point. Do you think it having blasted that area, do you think other things would be afraid to go there, or they'd go there to kind of root through the debris?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've never seen a dragon of that kind before.
No, it's a bit of a beast.
Yes.
I'm curious to go and see the area though. It's about 500 meters away.
Yep.
Yes, that could work. Robealak, do you think you can tell your spider to it's over there?
Follow us where?
To have a look at the area that Jesse was just saying, the area that the dragon seemed to attack.
Yes, my spider can carry me.
How long do you reckon your connection with it will last?
Do I know from my dream I had about my orb?
Nope.
I assume forever.
Okay, I mean, that seems like a bold assumption, but I respect.
This I die without my support. It will not break away from me now to follow a lesser god.
Could you ask the spider how it came to serve Loth?
It can answer by telling me 3 clicks. I mean, know that we don't share a language with the spider, and that's a barrier.
But like, I feel like you could break it down into yeses and nos. Like, was it pressed into service? Was it born in the family? Was it something that
That seems like a good
like breeder spider is done?
Spider steed. Oh, we need a team meeting. Jesse, Khestri, team meeting.
What should we name the spider?
You really don't.
I need something to call it. It helps build morale.
Yeah, I think that's right.
As a goblin, actually being given a name is a very, it's a very big milestone. So when I have respect for things, I like to give them names. And I respect the useful work the spider is doing for us.
Nice.
What should we call our spider? My spider.
I don't know, I guess it would be nice if the spider was involved in the decision, but clicking its way through it seems difficult.
Oh, that's a good idea. But Khestri, any improvements on that?
No, I'm not going to help you name your spider.
I see. Well, next time you need help starting a fire or cooking some dinner, I'll remember that. Spider, do you have a name?
Single tap.
Say it.
Some clicks.
Click.
Can I attempt to imitate the clicks?
You can indeed roll a performance check.
21.
Robealak does a really good job of imitating a spider.
I will
It
use
sounds
this.
almost like those musical instruments which are simply a piece of wood with notches carved into it, and then you rub another piece of wood along it.
Oh yes.
If you picture
Proper
one of those
musical
with like
instrument.
very small increments, but slid along very slowly, that is the noise that the spider made, and that is the noise that Robealak copies.
I have its name.
Good.
What do you think we can call it more easily to communicate between us?
This is not a reflection on you, Jesse, but I think the two of you were not cooperative in the naming process, so you have no role to play in it.
Whoa! I said involve the spider in it.
Yes, that was a good idea, and this is the outcome of that idea.
Yeah, but that was my involvement in the process.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. It wasn't a reflection on you. Khestri wasn't helpful.
I don't see the point of giving it a name. We're going to kill it sooner or later.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You just want to kill, eh? This spider, your mum.
Let's get something straight. I'm sure if mother came across me right now, she probably wouldn't hold back either.
Oh. Is it like a genetic thing?
A what?
Like an angry family?
No, family just doesn't have anything to do with it.
I think we're being sidetracked here from the.
So, I think, I'm being insensitive towards Drow culture. I'm sorry,
You are.
Khestri. I don't understand.
That's okay. I think goblins are weird too.
All right, goblins are weird. You're right.
I rub my spider's side.
It is hard chitinate and some hair along it. It is Not unfamiliar, you know. There are great tales of goblins riding spiders in various forms throughout. In fact, in your home of Rinji, there was even a spider cavalry. You had never
Oh.
dreamed to be part of it, but here you are.
Hey guys, it'd be really cool if I went on stage on a spider, wouldn't it?
That would be quite cool, yeah.
Right.
Surprising.
People would
People
hate
might think
me.
it was a gimmick.
Yes, it would be a gift.
They might think that you didn't trust your material that well.
That is the actual mating call of a certain type of spider. That is the basis for what your spider sounds like.
Cool.
Robealak, I think you're spider.
Hey guys, hey, you want to hear a dirty joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we walk and talk?
Sure, spider, half speed ahead.
And you are walking where? Did you settle upon travelling towards?
We went to the place the dragon was attacking, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just where you
As
wanted
you
to-
say half speed ahead, the spider walks directly in the direction that it was facing.
6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, wherever it is. The correct time.
6 o'clock and 4 o'clock mean nothing to the spider, so it continues to walk straight ahead.
Bear left. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Yep.
There you go. You're now walking in the right direction. Okay, continue your conversation, guys. As you said, walk and talk.
You want to tell us a joke, Robealak?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
A dirty joke, but it's not spider related. So, an unemployed goblin goes to see an elvish prostitute.
Unfortunately, I've had to cut this joke because it was too raunchy to be allowed. It was very funny, but it also referenced things outside of universe which would make no sense for Robealak to know. My apologies.
Ooh, baby. Oh, Rolex. It's so immersion breaking, but so funny.
It's funny because
As-
goblins are stupid. Oh,
You find yourselves at the cusp, the threshold of this cold expanse before you. You find that as a scar on the ground, everything has been flattened, rendered, torn asunder. Any tree that was in the line of this, completely gone. Only frozen shards of wood scattered around the edges remains.
Whoa.
As you walk towards it, you can feel that the area is still notably colder than the area you just came from, even though much time has passed since the dragon made its pass. As you walk forward, the snow has transformed into hardened frost crystals and shards that crack underneath your spider's feet and underneath your feet. Anything like a rock that was in the area is encased in thick ice.
This looks like a pretty terrible place to spend the night, everybody.
maybe other creatures will be scared off.
Yeah.
And if we camp round here, it'll be hard for them to come at us over the ice.
Well, it'll be all slippery.
Yeah, they might fall over, and then we'd hear them.
That's true. We are very visible, though, if we go into there. So things will know that we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think most of the wood here is probably too snowy to make much of a fire with as well. All of
Yeah.
it seems to be pretty solid.
Should we try and find somewhere high up, like we did last time, that was like above the level of the spiders for some
Well,
reason.
you've currently been traveling along the valley, so you would either need to go right and up. That would take you north of the Temple of Zanasu. Travel directly north and up, which is a long journey, but leads you into the proper mountain hills that lead into Novaria, or turn back and left to go up in the direction where you found Bria. But that's some travel backwards to do so. The valley runs up on that angle and then branches. So currently to your left is another valley. And the sun has now properly set. So rather than being sort of the cascading colours of a sunset, it is now darkness about you.
Okay. It looks like we don't have that much time. I feel quite uncomfortable with staying here. I don't know what you all think.
I think my suggestion for the team would be that the spider walks us in the direction of this other drow, and we stop at the first good spot on the way.
What do you think a good spot would be?
You've got an eye for that. You're good at that sort of thing. I'll let you decide. Good bit. I don't know, a little hole, or secluded spot, or comfortable ground, or whatever you look for. You know your way around, so you'd know it when you saw it.
Okay. What do you think, Khestri?
Yeah, I think if we could find a lone tree too far away for spiders to come through the branches of it, then that would be a good bet.
That would be a great bet. Yes, that's a very good shout. So there's this big scar in the landscape that we're at now. Can you see any?
It's probably about 150 meters long.
That's pretty chunky. Given on the other side of the scar, can I see any similar trees, like isolated small trees or small copses?
So you'd have to travel a bit and keep an eye out for it. There's nothing immediately available to you where you are, given the density of the foliage.
Okay. Great. Robealak, given that we're asking your spider to find somewhere, could we ask it to find somewhere that it thinks will be a good place for us to stay? Roughly in the direction of the Drow.
Yes. Spider, proceed onwards at normal walking pace in the direction of the Drow.
It begins to move.
Now, continue moving, Spider. Along this route, before we get to the Drow, we want to find a secluded, safe spot to spend the night. If you see such a spot, point it to us by tapping the ground.
Okay.
Or know of. Because we can see as well, but...
That's true, we can see. Additionally, Spider, of course, if you know of a good hiding spot for us where we wouldn't be disturbed, roughly along the route, you may take us there too.
I think you should call it by its name.
Jesse and Khestri, make perception checks. Khestri, you are no longer influenced by sunlight.
Hey, I've rolled a 2. I'm not going to perceive anything.
It also rolled a 2, so I'm guessing that's passive, so 19.
Well, you have advantage on your rolls when you are not in sunlight.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Oh, okay, that is a 17. Sorry, 18.
You continue on your way. It is about an hour and a half. The spider does not stop at any point, nor point out any points, as per your instruction, it moves at a fair pace. Jesse and Khestri, you have to walk at that pace to accompany it. At this point, Khestri, you are able to spot something that might be a possible place that you can rest. You see that a isolated patch of rock rises up from the ground around it, and sitting at the top would be an area with enough room for you to all make rest, and a singular tree, so that any creature that came towards you, be it spider, would have to come up over these rocks exposed and would not be able to climb over you and drop down upon you.
Robealak, Jesse, what about over there?
That looks pretty fabulous. Guess the only risk with it is that if it's so good that other things have decided it's good, but looks like a very good bet.
Shall we find out?
Sounds good.
Sure. Spider can take first watch.
Okay, so you find yourselves up on top of this point. What is your plan as you hunker down for the eve?
We've all been fed and watered, so I guess that's fine.
I haven't.
Have you not? I gave you a berry. I gave both of you a berry.
I know you did. I know you did. I just haven't eaten it yet.
Why not? I've got 6, mate.
We might need them in the future.
They go off pretty soon. Tomorrow afternoon.
What? How do you know? Well, that's no bother to me.
Oh no, but I think they lose their potency.
Oh, the magic. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Glug.
In one, just slams berry into the spiky toothed maw that is Robealak's mouth, and delicious.
And you're gonna give it one? Give one to.
Has had one today.
Oh, okay, good.
Spider, would you like another berry? Yes, I'll give. Jesse, may I have another berry, please?
You may have another berry.
Thank you.
I give it to
It's
Spider.
it's feeding a spider is a very different experience to feeding something else. Most would say an unsettling sight to be that close to this jaw section of this creature. It doesn't have mouth or cheeks or anything like that. It just kind of and slams it in there. It eats it. So, I believe you say spider on first watch. Is that correct?
Oh, I counsel against that. Like, you don't know when it's like the possibility of it returning to out of your control.
That is a fair. I think its faith in me is very strong, I would stress. And it's entirely reasonable to think that it will stay by my side even when the spell wears off. However, you are right. It may try and kill me in my sleep. But that's why it's best, I think, if it does the first watch.
Why is that best?
The spell is more likely to not wear off in that time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point. I guess we only need to watch for 4 hours. Like Khestri needs only 4 hours, whereas we need more.
Oh, I forget about that every time. Well, Khestri could stay up with it then as a safeguard.
It's very useful because you can only spend 2 hours of your long rest not resting before you lose the benefits of it. Even though these are now short rests, you understand what I mean. So if you were 3 of you and you all had 8-hour requirements, then one of you would have to not get the benefits of sleeping if you wanted to have a watch on every night. But
what's a team player?
Yeah, you'd need to bring in an extra player, or as you have done, have someone who doesn't require as much sleep as the rest of you.
Nice.
Well, if we can cover the whole thing ourselves, then why not just tell the spiders to sleep?
Private conversation now, Khestri, you and me, without the spider.
So I'll walk away from the spider a bit.
The spider does not move.
Khestri, come down. to bring your ear to my mouth so I can whisper.
Okay.
No, very close so I can speak quiet.
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. It'll tire the spider out a bit more if it does first watch. So less likely to kill me in my sleep.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Uh,
True, I hadn't thought of that.
It might be useful. Maybe it's, if you want to catch a spider, set a spider. They might be extra good at finding out other spiders coming this way. Might smell them or something. Or they might see it and be confused.
Okay, that's very true.
And one of us will be up with it at all times.
Yeah, no, I'm totally on board. Yeah.
And it's quite weak. You can kill it very easily. But please don't spider. It's a loyal follower.
Oh, you had to ask. You had to say that.
You weren't going to kill him. You were going to kill my spider. How dare you?
It's okay. I'm confident that you'll let me kill it soon.
When he outruns his usefulness, yes.
Exactly.
Then we can eat him. But not
Yes.
before.
That's fine by me.
Good night, Khestri. Sleep well.
No problem.
Don't spider bite. Please
Good night, Jesse.
protect me. Spider, you will be taking first watch. You should stand guard alongside Khestri and keep your eyes, all 8 of them, peeled for intruders, spiders and other creatures. And if they approach our camp, you should wake us by making a loud noise. Do you understand? Good. Once Khestri ends her shift, you may also sleep. If you wish to pray to me before sleeping, you may. It would please me.
Robealak, would it be alright to ask our spider whether its friends will come and find it?
That's a good idea. Good idea. Spider, do you have friends? Okay. Do you have spiders who you live and work with who will look for you?
Do you think they'll
Do you
find
think they will find you here?
it?
Okay. If they find you, will they attack you? Okay, depends, I guess, what sort of, the situation. Well, let them look. If they come for you, they're coming for me, and that will be the last mistake they make.
I go to bed.
Robealak, you pull out your little bedroll, snuggle on down. It's a cold night, but you're used to that.
Robealak, am I doing second watch?
Yes, whatever. Yes. Good
Cool.
night.
So then, in that case, Jesse, you pull out your much larger bedroll and try and get yourself warm. You are even more accustomed to these conditions, though normally when home with your tribe you would use a fire or a tent or something else, but now you have to make do with your own body heat.
Sometimes.
Which just leaves Khestri and a spider on watch. Khestri, is there anything in particular you're doing as you take watch, and how long will you take watch for?
Khestri is talking to her granddad.
Aww, that's quite sweet. Khestri wouldn't, but Anna might. Yeah, Drow don't think very highly of male figures, so I really doubt Khestri would. In that case, I will roll some things. And then I will ask Anna what her character does in response to those things when she gets back. In the meantime, Angus, how would you like me to share your new spells with you?
The things you sent to the chat were pretty good for all the other things.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the sort of thing you mean.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. The same thing that I sent everyone else. So you'll know all your material components. You'll know any changes to the actual mechanics of how the spells work, because there are a few. I've also been working on custom feats that you can take in place of the normal feat/ASIs that you get for each of you, dependent on your history and what you've been doing so far. So always remember that what you do will influence what you are capable of doing later on.
Mm-hmm.
And never forget it.
Oh, this is cool. I have the I have the updated one now.
Yeah, you like it?
Yes, dude.
Oh, Stu, I need to do something.
What do you need to do?
Well, you cast Goodberry, which is a spell, so I need to
Oh,
roll
yes.
to see if there's a magic surge. You're safe. Delayed action surge comes from inside your stomach. What? I can't wait for you to have access to 9th level spells. So I can be like, roll and have a near 50% chance of exploding something in your face.
Is it generally bad, the thing that happens? Or is there a possibility?
There's some weird stuff that happens, there's some good stuff that happens, there's some bad stuff that happens, and then there's some neither weird, good, nor bad stuff that happens.
Okay. Nice.
I think, as you get higher levels, you get to roll twice and then pick which effect happens, which changes it quite dramatically from, like, spontaneously messing stuff up to being quite a useful tool.
Oh, right, okay.
But that's, like, high-level stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm.
Well, I'm excited for my first explosion in my face.
Yeah, me too. I like in the one out of the book, one of the options is to cast Fireball on yourself at 3rd level, which, if you happens to you at level 1, it kills you and all your friends. There's not many ways to do that in 5th edition, like without the DM doing anything to kill your entire party from a single roll is pretty impressive.
Damn. Well, fingers crossed it's not that.
I can't wait for Robealak to see this happen the first time and be like, I'm traveling with dangerous people.
You know what? Me and my spider are just going to go on a walk.
Exactly. We've got everything we need covered.
Who needs friends when you've got spiders?
Indeed. Certainly me, because spiders they make for poor conversation. That's what I'll say.
What do you mean?
Hey, I'm the one playing the spider. If I say I've got poor conversation, I'm just insulting myself. Lovely to have you back, Anna, if you are back.
Yes, I am. Sorry, my granddad
No,
called.
Family comes first. Family always comes first. Khestri, your allies attempt to find themselves some sleep in the cold, and it takes a little bit of a time. In that time, and for your time, how are you keeping watch? Describe it to me.
The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm kind of curious to see how spiders stand out under improvisation.
Because of the cold nature around you and the fact that the spider is chitinous, it is rather difficult to see it compared to the background. It is mostly due to the shape, and you see some warmth out of the joint sections as you stand close to the spider, and infravision kicks in over vision, especially because there's cloud cover, no moonlight or stars to break your infravision from kicking in. The thing you notice is that it doesn't leave very traceable tracks. You know that certain drow, usually ones that spend more time hunting in the Underdark, can use their infravision to actually follow people at a slight distance by following the heat imprints left by their footprints. But because it's almost as it is literally as cold as the ground, the bits that are touching the ground as a spider, you have to try and look for the overlay of markings, not actually looking for a heat signature. So in total, you're like, these could be buggers to spot at night.
Okay. Fair enough. Having noted that, I will keep an eye out for, as best I can, for any signs of any others. And probably every few seconds or so, I'll keep glancing back over at Robealak's pet spider to make sure that it is still a pet spider. spider.
Okay, as you are doing this, roll a perception check for me and remind me that you have 60-foot dark vision, right? Or is it 90?
Dark vision to 120, but I'm not sure where you're dividing that between infravision and normal dark vision.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So 120. Make that perception check for me as you keep watch.
Okay. And is that a advantage or is that a straight?
It is, you're of course at advantage via your boon.
24.
24. Very nice. So it is maybe 12 minutes into your watch when you're looking out, and what you notice is that the trees themselves are very slightly warmer than the ground around them. Areas that just living material, particularly trees which have the capacity to decouple their metabolism from actually producing any objects just to produce heat, so they have slightly higher heat, and it makes like this background of different temperatures, and if your eyes start to adjust to that band, that differentiating between the trees in the background rather than just seeing it all as one color. And then you every now and then you like there's a hints of heat, but then they could be very distant and very potent. That's the problem with infravision in up here. It's much more useful underground where there's a limited range for you to be dealing with before you hit cold stone. And you're kind of getting used to that. You think maybe something is out there, but nothing is coming to you from your dark vision because you can feel like slight heat, almost partially localized. But then you turn around and notice your spider companion is boogieing off into the forest at great speed.
How far away is it?
Given what you rolled, I say you turned and noticed this after its first movement, which means that it has just taken the dash action and is halfway through that. So it's 30 feet away, and from where it was, 35 feet away from you.
Slightly further than I can run, so I will pull out my crossbow.
35 feet away from you means that if you ran 30 feet, you'd be standing next to it.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to run 30 feet and stand next to it and try and kill it.
It has acted, so no advantage, but you are not in sunlight, so straight rolls, please.
First attack is a 21.
That will hit.
Second attack is a 25.
They both hit. Please roll for damage.
13 total.
Okay, your first strike from behind hits this already very injured spider and brings it down. The second one cuts off a large section of the body, and ichor just splurts over the ground and starts to pour out. It is dead. Do you wake up Robealak and Jesse, or do you let them continue sleeping?
I make my way back to where I was keeping watch, having lopped off one of the spider's forelegs.
Okay.
And probably chucked some snow over the worst of the mess as best I can.
Okay.
Probably standing out quite a lot to me with thick dust.
Other than that, nothing else seems to happen for your watch. 4 hours pass, and if you want to gain the benefits of a rest or avoid the detriments of not resting, you will need to wake someone else up to take watch.
Okay. Jessie said that she was taking second watch, so I will gently wake Jessie up.
Jessie, how do you respond to being woken up? What is Jessie's attitude when After a 4-hour power sleep, they are jostled awake.
I think it's immediately like quite awake, but then like just like, "Ugh," and then like very you just like notice where you are, and you're just like, not very keen. Yeah.
So you just kind of take your time to pull on the chest plate, pick up the shield weapon, and then sit down as comfortably as you can be, ready for your watch.
Yeah, I do all of the, I like pull on my, like, I find my shield and stuff, and I do all that with my shirt.
Yep, you put it all up, and then you walk out and you just see like the slumped corpse of Spider just beyond this like camp section.
Khestri.
Yes.
What happened, mate?
Seems to have gone a little bit low in the middle of the night. It made a bit of a break for it.
Sad times. Well, I guess thanks for letting us sleep.
It's fine. Wasn't much of a bother.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you killed that spider silently.
Oh, by the way, also, and I point to the direction where, like, I couldn't tell if there was something or not. Yeah, I think there's something out there, but a long way away. It doesn't seem to be noticing us.
Okay.
And then I just
Heads up.
Okay, Khestri, you take your rest for the next 4 hours. Jesse, your watch is also uneventful, and it comes time for you to get your final 2 hours sleep in, and you can see Robealak curled up, having fairly calm goblin dreams tonight.
Nice. Well, I'm sad to awaken him into this world of spider death. I kneel down by Robealak and I say, Robealak, you're right to go and watch, please. Are you stirring?
Yeah, I bolt awake straight away.
I don't want to alarm you, but your spider ran away in the night and had to be killed.
Oh no! What? Wow! Sentence of 2 halves. Wow! Yeah, you killed my spider.
I didn't personally kill the spider, but the spider had to be killed.
Did the dragon kill my spider?
No, I think Khestri had to.
Bitch. Yeah, I understand. I knew she was gonna kill that spider. You really woman.
She did seem pretty keen on killing the spider.
She did seem keen to kill the spider, but it doesn't. It would have been an awful pain to drag the spider out there and then kill it. So
I wouldn't put it past her. He was probably just doing his rounds, doing a good job of keeping us safe, you know? You know how much he wanted to impress me. He might have scared some other spiders off, you know? No, my god's sleeping. Go away. And she stabbed him in the back.
I turn over in my sleep, on my sleeping mat, and just like say night night.
She'll come for us one day.
She'll come for us one day. Oh,
Sleep well.
hopefully not for a while. Sleep well.
Robealak, you put on your leathers and begin your watch. Can you roll a perception check for me?
I'm good at this. Oh, buddy. 22.
Hello.
22.
Yeah, I'm good at perception.
You have an
Thanks.
uneventful watch.
Damn it.
Wait, no.
Yes?
Wait, 20. It might be 19 instead of 22.
Wisdom.
I'm right. 19. 19. I'm sorry.
19.
I'm sorry.
You still have an uneventful rest. In fact, nothing changes depending on the change of that roll.
Going to take a little aside here. Why make your players roll for something that doesn't matter? In general, I'd say it's a terrible idea, but sometimes it's important to build up something that is significant later. If you only ask for perception checks when there's things to find, then your players are going to know, oh, I rolled poorly this perception check, but something's around. It breaks immersion, it leads to metagaming, it's not the right way to do things. Keep your players on their toes, but don't mess them around for long periods of time.
You are all awoken by the sun.
Oh no. I'm not
Yes,
keeping
we-
it done. I put my shield over my head.
Jessie kind of drags the shield over her head. Robealak, in the sun, the corpse of your spider is plain to see.
No, I go to my spider. I inspect how it was killed, and then I cut it up and try and get a good tasty organ from it for breakfast.
Nice.
Make an investigation check, and just so you all know, I
4.
should have done all your perception checks at disadvantage, except for Khestri's, which would have remained normal, because dark vision allows you to see in darkness as if it is dim light, and dim light imposes disadvantage. So just to let you know, for the future, that is why that will happen from now on, but didn't happen this time. Cool. Yes, what did you get on your investigation?
4.
4.
Stabbed. That's how it died.
It was her.
And the reason you get distracted is because she's cut it just right that you think you can find a tasty organ in there, and then the rest of your investigation goes out the window in exchange for breakfast. Make a survival check as you try to gain nourishment from a creature that doesn't provide much nourishment to that which eats it. 18. All right, you pull out a soft, soggy organ, which definitely should be cooked, but with no fire available.
I could make a fire. I could cook the outside of it.
You can try.
I'll bring it back to share with the others for their breakfast, because they must be hungry too, and I'm a team player. Khestri, I can't believe you killed my spider. However, I have, on an unrelated note, I have found breakfast.
I'm afraid that I seem to go a bit rogue over that.
I have no doubt you chasing it down, trying to kill it.
It started making me run.
Well, that's yes. Yeah, of course he did. It's understandable given he was under attack.
I mean, if it makes you happy to believe this, then okay, fine, I killed your spider in the night.
Why?
Believe me.
He was so useful.
I pat Robealak on the shoulder. I'm sorry for the loss of your spider. Is that what goblins say?
No, we don't lose spiders. Anyway, he can still go to use after his death. So much of a team player was he. He ate his breakfast.
Thank you.
Shall we cook? Oh, no! I know what I can do. I use prestidigitation to flavour this piece of spider meat.
Okay, you can do that. You can most certainly do that.
Extra yummy.
How are you spicing it up basically? Is it going to like full of pepper?
Yeah, goblin spices, whatever they may be.
Okay, it is. Yeah, it's akin to pepper, and goblins like to put an obscene amount of it on it. If they had obscene amounts, they would. So, given the fact that you have the ability to flavor it to your taste,
Good.
it's a spicy, soggy piece of organ from a giant monstrosity.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm. Delicious is a word that could be used.
Get stuck in, guys. Good.
Robealak's just tearing into this raw organ in front of you.
Not knowing anything about goblin spices or the limits of Robealak's prestidigitation, Khestri will cut off like a tiny sliver of it and try it, and then just have a massive coughing fit.
It's like a kid just discovered the pepper grinder, didn't really know what it did, and was enjoying the circular motion that it makes over your food.
Oh, what is that stuff? What did you do to it?
I flavoured it with magical seasonings.
I think she has kind of tears streaming out of her eyes.
Good. Nice taste.
Is this because I killed your spider or something?
That is the only reason we're eating this. This is what happens. We get yummy breakfast and haste. Jesse, try some meat.
I'd try some. I'd take a slightly larger piece than Khestri, but not that much larger.
Yeah, you chow down at it. As an orc, not. I mean, the actual organ itself is horrible, but the spice is pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah.
It's actually no, you're from a different region, so you wouldn't know what it is. But it does sit well on your palate, and it's called gamak.
Gamak.
Yeah.
What spice is this? Is this Robealak? It's very tasty.
Yes. Well, it's my magical interpretation of a popular goblin spice.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
It's very nice. Yeah. Thank you very much. The
So-
organ's terrible, but the spice is nice.
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, this is prime fresh organ, Robealak. They don't know. They've been spoiled.
But you'll be pleased to hear I can spice anything like this.
That's good to hear.
Hey, Jesse, do you want a treat? Do you want a present from me to you?
Yeah, go on then.
Stick your hand out.
I stick my left hand out.
I prestidigitate this taste onto Jesse's hand.
Yeah, if you were to lick your hand, Jesse, you would taste gamak, or as goblins call it, gumak.
Okay. What do I do, Robealak?
Lick your hand.
Okay.
It's a bit
lick my
grimy.
left-
You have been travelling, but
Yeah. I lick the back of my left little finger.
yeah, gives you the flavours of what you just ate.
Thanks, man. Is that forever?
No.
The honest answer is no, but whether or not that's what Robealak tells you is an entirely different matter.
Oh, wait. I've had a
Every morning before
fantastic
you wake
idea.
up, Robealak casts prestidigitation on it.
It can last for several hours.
Nice.
There's some other goblin spices we have that are similar. Like, this is gamak. There's also gashmak. You ever had gashmak?
I was told to steer clear of Gashmak, being a very addictive.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Would you like to try some gashmak?
No, I remember in school they told us not to.
Come on, you're a big girl.
No, I'm not comfortable with this.
Let your hair down, Baldy.
No, I'm not keen.
Okay, well, what spices do you like? I can give you right hand another flavour. Or Khestri, do you like the spices? Want to spice your hand? Any flavours of home I can help conjure up?
Khestri has just been hit with a terrible vision of the power that Robealak could wield. It's used the wrong way.
I am thinking about, can I flavour the inside of someone's mouth?
No, not really.
Okay.
You.
Khestri, what
If you read through all your limitations, there are some put upon it.
Non-living material.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, fair enough. That's good. That's good.
Fortunately, Jesse wears gloves, so
And I had very dirty gloves as well, so even if my hands would have had enough dirt on them to flavour the dirt.
Yeah, to be non-living. Gloves of dirt. Yes, I thought it'd be a very fun use of prestidigitation / showmanship, as yours is called. So, Khestri, as the other two have this animated discussion, you now, sunlight hurting your eyes, you have actually the same capacity around you, but in different ways. Your infravision knocked out. Make a just straight intelligence check for me.
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay, what you're realizing is that the rock that you are on, and the tree that's in it, it's mostly buried, but now over in the morning with a little bit of melt coming in, you're starting to realize that there are flat sections of stone in the region that you slept upon, and it looks like it might even be worked stone.
Cool. I think, squinting, I check the sky for imminent thunderclouds, remembering what happened the last time we were anywhere near stone.
You look up and you can see that the sort of often ubiquitous cloud cover is clear this morning. You can see sky, a couple of clouds, particularly over the mountain regions to the north, but no sudden darkening and coalescing of clouds and striking of lightning towards you.
Hey, Robealak,
Hey, you decided what spice you want.
I got distracted by, I think I don't think this stone section is entirely natural.
Oh, what do you mean?
I point to the people here and here, just all flat.
Robealak, not blinded by the light, and Jesse, as you both are called over, you see that there is elements of natural rock, but there is also elements of worked rock. And as you kind of go around brushing snow off, you can see that there are battlements around the edge of this. You go across, they're slightly irregularly shaped, and clearly some of them must have broken out and fallen down, because this would never form a proper fort. But there are a number of battlements. You can count 5 as you go round with gaps between, and then the sort of section where the tree grows out of is one long and one larger flat piece. And then on one side there's a angle down, which makes it for an accessible walkway.
Chose a good place to sleep.
Sorry?
We chose a good place to sleep. Someone
Yeah.
else obviously thought it was good too.
Yeah, good job picking this spot, Khestri and Jesse.
And rip the spider. Oh, no, the spider didn't help us, but whatever.
Robealak or Jesse, do you remember whether we are anywhere near one of those markings that Echo was showing us on the book cover?
Robealak pulls out her book.
Here.
And because you are north of Zanasu's temple, the closest approximate symbol would be the one vertically above that. You can make an intelligence check if you'd like to position yourself with some more accuracy than that.
I guess as I've been leading the group, I'd try and do that.
All right, Jesse, make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. It's hard to tell. You don't know this region very well, but you are a ranger. You think you might 16. You think you might still be a little shy of that icon, but
yeah.
It's also possible that just given variations in how this is drawn, variations in your recollection of how far you've traveled, you could be there.
I'll relay this to the group.
We should look for a way in. There have always been gifts in Zanasu's temple so far.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. I guess I'm not sure that this is one of the temples, though. Yeah, quick
But
look
what-
might be a good shout.
Is it? It's interesting, right? It's a secret that we found,
Yeah.
and it could be a good place for us to hide.
Yeah, again, a good point.
I will send my jesting hand,
Jesting
My
hand,
main-
yes.
jesting hand, poking and prodding all around the edge of this, looking for gaps or things that can
Make
fall off.
an investigation check.
16.
16. You walk down and then around the outside, poking, prodding, doing a thorough investigation while everyone else packs up and gets ready, doing their own investigation up top. It's at a certain point that your jesting hand kind of pries somewhere, and then a large section of ice falls away and exposes more of one of these battlements. It's much longer than you would design a battlement if you were making something to be secure. And it's only because of the way in which you investigated as the floating jesting hand sits there that you realize that if in your mind you just turn your jesting hand upside down with the palm facing upwards, and you realize that it is a near perfect match, just much smaller than the structure that you have spent the night upon.
Team,
Yep.
Yes.
it looks like a big hand.
Big hand.
Yeah,
Where we are. Well does.
come down here and I'll show you with my mini hand.
Okay.
Okay.
If I turn it like this, you see how the whole structure looks like an upturned hand.
And
Is-
now it really does. The section that leads down would be the wrist, ascending into the side of the valley. The flat section that you slept upon, the palm, and then each 5 battlements, if you carve away sections of ice or natural rock, would perfectly be positioned to be fingers and a thumb on a large hand.
All right. That's pretty weird.
Is it a left or a right hand?
It is a right hand. You are currently standing at the end near the pinky, up valley.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like it used to hold something? What's the tree in relation to the?
The tree is in the center of the palm. The roots
palm
kind
tree.
of twist. The roots twist going between some of the fingers and across and down through ice, snow, natural rock.
Yeah. Does it look like it's kind of breaking away bits of stone, or like it was planted and like deliberately there while the hand was in function, or like being made?
Difficult to tell. I guess you'd have to go up and make just a straight intelligence check to attempt to identify the stone crafting.
Oh, Jesse,
Hello, Robealak.
you have a good idea with the check. You should see if there's a way into the tree, like the other tree, in the house.
That's a good point. I'll check for places that haven't grown over it in a conspicuous manner.
Okay.
I've rolled an 11. So in straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just 11.
You look around, you can see that there are scuffs, cracks over the stone. You have to actually take out your sword and chip away bits of ice, but you can see that the hand is jointed, as though it could have at some point moved. Whether or not it had the full dexterity of your hand, you can't tell, but it certainly had movement capacity. You look along, cutting off more ice in chunks. You can see some cracks. You can also tell there are some, like the rock itself, as you clear away snow, there are cracks cascading down out. The rock that doesn't make up the hand is itself cracked.
Okay. Is it cracking more as I peel stuff away?
Maybe like a little bit weathering effect of the ice, but not in a massive manner. There doesn't seem to be an excessive amount of current force going on other than gravity.
Yeah. I point this out to the group that it looks like a kind of mechanical hand.
Wow. Okay. That's not at all creepy. The idea that we were sleeping in the middle of this.
Robealak, make a history or arcana check, your choice.
I'm equally good at those.
I thought you might be, but it's your choice how you want, because it will change. Like, even the same role can mean different things based on how you've approached this problem.
Well, given my recent tutelage under Torlek, I will make it Arcana.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
17 is not bad. You have heard of the existence, because you've always been curious about magic, even before you started your official current apprenticeship, and you've traveled a very long way. You have heard of magic users creating constructs that are capable of moving by a sort of combination of magic and gears. You have never heard of anything on the scale. Usually people attempt to make sort of bodyguards, so sometimes large humans or just humans or small humans, or humanoid-like entities. You have never heard of anyone attempting something on the size of this, and then you can imagine the amount of magical potential that would be required if someone was to animate something like this would be enormous.
I think this is a very impressive magical construction.
Do you think it is a magical construction then, rather than like a
Half,
like a giant hand or something?
half and half. There's these things exist, and they're partly gears and stonework, but partly magic. I think that's what it is.
You mean that you think there's a rest of it, not just a hand?
No, not necessarily. The hand already is super impressive, like really good. Normally, people just make like pet dogs and stuff, or rice waters, or like talking heads as constructs. But this is very impressive.
Okay.
Yeah. If this had like a whole body, you are talking feats, orders of magnitude beyond any that you've even heard of being attempted by mortals. Even if it was just this hand that had like some capacity to move, function, it would already be like top level spellcaster ability.
Because just imagine, guys, if you could command this.
I mean,
Crushing, smashing, and swatting, and grinding, juicing, turning, frying, seasoning. It could do amazing work.
I mean, it can't be that practically useful though. Like, it doesn't look like it goes anywhere, and unless
I mean,
you have
that's-
people that obligingly decide to sleep inside of the palm, but what can it do?
Yeah. You could hide in it very effectively. You could have a lair underneath and no one could get in.
Yeah, but there's a lot more subtle ways of doing that though, right?
Maybe you want to show off. I don't know. I didn't make it. But it's very good. Maybe it moved quite a lot.
Are there any
And
carvings?
to accentuate her point, Robealak starts dancing the jesting hand around her with everything she described: the crushing, the twisting, the moving.
How would these devices generally be controlled that you were talking about, like the dogs and heads?
Unfortunately, Robealak, you don't know.
I think if you lick your hand, you'll understand.
I lick my hand.
I pressed imitate shortly before. I tried to shortly before.
Mm-hmm. Which
Okay.
flavour?
Oh, something terrible. Like wasabi. Wasabi.
Okay.
Well, that's quite good
You've never had wasabi, but you attempt to make something equally, potent.
A pound spice, yeah.
Jesse, it's very obvious that Robealak's doing this because it has both verbal and somatic components to perform showmanship. So you will know that it has been done before you lick your hand, if you so wish.
I lick the little finger of my other hand, put it into the first hand, and then lick the little finger again. So I have like a very dilute version of what was on the hand.
Just like take a little because of the magical nature of it, the flavor doesn't transfer, so you just taste your own skin.
No.
Showmanship doesn't actually showmanship doesn't actually create a seasoning. It literally adds flavor to an inorganic substance, if that makes sense. So if you created a powder that could be transferred, that would work, but doesn't as it currently is.
Okay. I'm disappointed by this Robealak. I can't really taste anything.
You got to lick your hand. You
I
sissy.
lick my hand just with the little tip of my tongue.
You get wasabi.
Again, I'm quite keen.
Yeah. Robealak, you found a person of your own tastes.
Good. Normally people don't like that one as much. Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
That one's worse than the other one.
You didn't try the other one. Take your hand out.
No, I hide it behind my back.
I cast the spell anyway.
Okay. You can't. Within range. Oh my god! It doesn't say you have to see it. The spell. It's only within 10 feet of you, but yeah, it's just within range. You don't have to see it. So, yeah, you cast it on some inorganic thing close to Khestri's hand. See, Khestri won't know whether or not it's been effective unless she licks something, which I doubt she's going to do. But it happens, and there's nothing I, Khestri, or anyone else could do to stop it.
I feel like Khestri is overconfident enough in the fact that if she hides it, Robealak can't do it. That I think he would cockily make a show of licking her hand afterwards,
Okay. As long as you lick your hand, organic matter, you will be fine. But if you brush up against any inorganic component close to your hand, you will taste wasabi.
Let's find out.
Yep, go right ahead.
Yeah, no, Khestri starts coughing loudly once again.
Yeah. And yeah, that one was worse.
You don't like that one?
Ugh. Blech.
I think it's tasty.
What do you both eat?
Well,
Which
I
is
think
rich
that's the
coming
point.
from a drow.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need some more earthy flavors.
I cast it again, but I just try and cast the flavor of dog shit.
I feel like
Yep.
she's not going to go anywhere near her hand anymore.
Nope, I don't think she will either. But once again, just reading the spell, there is nothing I can do to prevent that.
Nice.
The best spell
Although
ever.
I will have to look something up because it is within the sentence, you chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. Whereas other ones specify in what way certain things can be done. This is using flavor as a word akin to warm or chill. So it might have a singular effect that you'll have to pick as to what you flavor things to be. But we will see once I do my hard research to identify the limits of the spell.
I'm glad. Good. I'm glad we're pushing boundaries.
Exactly. This is what I want to achieve with this. I want to push many boundaries, not just the planar, but also what can you do with prestidigitation. So the day has started, and our session will be closing shortly, I believe, because people want to go to bed. Correct? Yeah, I thought that'd be the case because we were slightly longer than we intended to be. But before we go, I think we should just kick off what's going to be happening in the next day, if you're right with that. I'm going to assume, Jesse, even though you didn't specify, and from now on you will have to specify, that you cast Goodberry using a Warlock spell slot yesterday, such that it recovers over the short rest.
Oh, yes, I did that. I didn't know that was allowed. I thought that was just ranger spell slots I could do it with.
There you go. So you get your spell slots exist separately. You have 3 level 1 spell slots that come from your ranger and your sorcerer, and then you have 1 separate level 1 spell slot that comes from your patron, Silafire, and that spell slot will recharge on a short rest.
Nice, thank you very much.
Most welcome. Now, talking about the intent for the day, what do you guys intend to do?
I think probably try another spider. Maybe. Hasn't worked great so far.
I could always look for spiders in the direction that our previous one was trying to run off in.
That's true.
Or we could just... It was taking us towards the Drow, which I thought you wanted, Khestri.
Yes?
So we could just keep following that sort of path.
Yeah, sure.
And try and take a spider if we can. And if not, we'll just follow it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I really would like to learn more about the Drow than just walking in there and assuming that we're going to be able to beat them up with the army of spiders.
Mm-hmm. Good point. I don't really want to hurt this other Drow, actually.
No, but I think that may happen.
I just have to look.
Going that way.
What else do you want to do with them?
Well, I was following your lead.
I mean, well, I guess it's a male. It would make a better slave than a female. There's not really a lot else to do with it. Is there?
But there's lots of things we could do. Maybe he would want to join our team, and we could have 2 Drows.
I mean, I suppose that's a possibility. I think that's kind of unlikely.
Maybe he would show us Drow settlements and give us a tour of your civilization.
That would end very well for any of us, to be honest.
Maybe he could become the 2nd priest of Zanasu and relieve me of my duty.
Sure. You find them a bit taxing, Rabbi?
I think Zanasu will use me and kill me if he can.
And kill you?
That's what normally happens to mortals who interfere with gods. I think I'm just a tool.
I think you're a bit of a tool as well. I pat you on the shoulder. but you're a nice tool.
Like a hoe.
Well, in that case, I am hearing keep an eye out for spiders, move in the direction of previous travel, and discuss potential ideas for what to do with a certain unknown Drow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well then, survival check from Jesse to kick things off.
It's a damn it, 11.
11. All right. You move along in the big direction that you were traveling in before, attempting to pick up anything. You notice that here there is traffic of spiders, but it crisscrosses and some follow, then move off to the side. And there is, rather than too little, too many to discernibly follow in different ways, and some of them form like a sort of path, and you decide that probably best not to be directly on the path, but close to it, and so you move slightly to the side, try and avoid any of the said potential traffic, which proves fruitful after about 20 minutes when you manage to avoid a solitary batch of spiders, but there are around 8 of them. And I imagine you attempt to avoid.
I think that was what. Yes, I would try and avoid it.
Stealth from everyone, please.
Got a 10.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
16.
There's a tense moment as Jesse makes a small noise, and one of the
17.
spiders seems... Thank you.
Sorry.
Seems to twitch to the side, but perhaps dismissing it as wind causing an icicle to drop, they move on without disturbing you. It is a little bit of time after that that you come across what appears to be a clearing. You notice that up here the trees become much more sparse, and ahead of you, even within the sparsity, there seems to be a region that is clear. It is not only clear of trees, but of snow and ice as well, melting away to leave exposed cobblestones in an area perhaps 60 feet across and going towards a low cliff. 2 rings of cobblestones sit to either side of the center, and then a larger half ring out from it across. To the side is a structure built like firs, and standing within the semicircular section of cobblestone slightly off to the side is a male drow. Your approach is not stealthy enough to avoid the keen hearing of a drow, and he turns as you find yourself slightly exposed coming out from the last section of trees. That's where we'll pick up the session next week.
Oh boy. Exciting.
Indeed. So I got some notes. So finish up the family homework. Robealak, you are done, I believe, on family, so you can perhaps we can discuss possible acquaintances or other such things that you have had along your journey so far and why they are no longer with you. Khestri, we will talk more about your family, even though I know we reached certain amounts of agreement. I think there is some stuff that still needs to be fleshed out there. And Jesse.
I need to begin.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Not a problem at all. So I hope you enjoyed that session, guys.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks.
Really.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Again, I think a little bit slower tempo, but a lot of character interaction, which I'm really enjoying. So as long as you guys continue to enjoy that, I see no reason to change it. If you want to change tempo, if you want to change anything like that, as always, I love feedback. So either send me a big old thumbs up and be like, more same plus, or say more same plus but with X, or please change everything, because it helps me to know. Yeah. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, nice. You too.
Thanks.
Hope you get that tan worked up.
I am going to get that tan worked up, and I will be thinking about, more stuff. I'm sad that we didn't get to start off this encounter, but it's a nice cliffhanger for the next time.
Good cliffhanger.
Yeah, it is. It is. Bye, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
See you again soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
And that's all from us. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed, like, share, and subscribe. I have to go because I am supposed to be running a session in 3 minutes ago. I will see you the next time I get time to edit one of these. I've been DragonDM with the cast of Truths Uncharted. As you're headed out into the real world, roll for initiative.